Hello and welcome to Divine Horses and Humans. I'm Jason Divine. This is Naranja. Naranja is 40 years old. Let's hear a round of applause for Naranja. See, look how she gets big in the eye, look. See, and these are the things you need to do around horses for them to get used to things. They have to go through some kind of discomfort to find comfort. And that's a prime example. But I'll tell you this, if I was to sit a car next to her and rev the nuts out of it, she wouldn't even flinch an eyelid. And it's the little things that make the big difference, and that applies to life. So what is this little show all about? This little show is all about my lifestyle with my horses, doing the way I do things, and mental health. I have horses for my mental health. I have horses, that's why I got into horses 2.5 decades ago, to try and sort my mental health out, and it wasn't going the right direction the first time. The second time round, it's gone in the right direction, and I'll come at it from a psychology point of view. It's all about psychology. And I want to promote that. I want to promote it as well-being, like for anxiety, depression. So if you're suffering with anxiety, you're worried about the future. If you're suffering with depression, you're worrying about the past. And if you have these sort of things going on when you sit on the back of a horse, it can lead you into some serious trouble. So if you can get this sort of stuff resorted on the ground, that you have a relationship with the horse, and the horse responds to you and understands your body language and what you're asking and where you want them to go, it changes everything when you get into the saddle. But you have to have control of your thought process to get control of your emotions, to get control of the physical, right? So horses are loaded with a thing called cortisol, and that creates flight, fight, or freeze, right? So horses will literally run away from anything. If they ain't interested, they're going, they're off. So they will run a certain distance, stop, turn and assess. And then if it's all good, they'll just sit and graze on grass. And basically that's exactly what happens to us, but we have more of a choice in it because we have more reasoning. Horses don't have a lot of reasoning in them. That's why you have to sort of teach them reasoning. So if you want to understand cortisol, serotonin and dopamine, you need to go and Google them things, because cortisol is very addictive, and it's all to do with anxiety, hyper-awareness, fear. It's fear. Adrenaline, it's fear. And that's why adrenaline can come so addictive, because it's that adrenaline rush and then it clears, doesn't it? And then you're just doing what you're doing. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here, because A, I want to show you my lifestyle. B, I want to promote this whole way of thinking, this whole way of doing things a bit differently, instead of doing it all the same as everybody else, because I no longer work in the British equine world, because I don't seem to understand where I'm coming from. They seem to find it, I don't know, witchcraft. I've been told it is. I've been told it's circus tricks and so much more. So here I am, trying to find empathetic people to empathise with what I'm saying and build a like-minded community. Obviously not everybody's going to get it, but if you don't understand what I'm trying to teach, if you want to learn, fine, show you. There's a different way, there's a better way, there's a softer way than, you know, $1 million yards that this isn't, $1 million sand schools that this isn't, and $1 million horses that they're not. We are sort of grassroots groundwork stuff, 101. There is no $1 million yard, and this is what I want to show you. So at the moment we're in the depths of winter, so it's mud, more mud, yeah, and it's just like we're working the yard to try and sort the mud problem out, but it is what it is, and I have to deal with it. There is no other way of dealing with it than just getting on with it, and that resembles life a little bit, because life becomes a struggle, and that's the other part of it, that I believe that life is mountains and valleys, highs and lows. You have to, if you're happy, you have to be sad. Yeah, there's this yin and yang, this negative and positive. There's to everything. That's what I believe, and I believe if you sort of looking for this ultimate happiness and this ultimate, and you think it's in money make your life easier, but it's not. It's like in you, but you have to go up and you have to go down. You have to go up and you have to go down. And if you're just going to stay up on this plane, you're going to become an addict of some sort. And I can vouch for that because I was a drug addict and I was an alcoholic. 16 years dry. So, because I wanted to stay on that high all the time. But, you know, that may have caught me out at a later date. This might be the result of everything creeping up on me because I'm Generation X, so I'm 55 years plus, and everything creeping up on me. The drugs, the alcohol, the childhood trauma, the car accident, and everything else. And it just gets to a point where it just all floods out because I suffer with hyper awareness and hyper anxiety. I get real high anxiety. And this high anxiety has only happened in the last 5 years. And like, I know what triggers it, I know what causes it, and I have to learn to deal with it. And this is how I deal with it, because when I come in here, I am truly who I am. And that's, funny enough, I will introduce you to Divine. Go and check her playlist out, and you'll see she is very, very much like me, where Naranja is very like, she's like my landlady whose horse it is. That, to be honest, all these horses are. I'm just very lucky to look after them. But Naranja was never this calm. She used to just run away from everything. But as I said, she's like the oldest, so she's almost the matriarch of this little herd. So at that, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we upload. And I'd say I'll catch you on the flip side, but I won't. I'll catch you in the next episode.